Good morning, Sagittarius. Happy spiritual Saturday. And we're on the eve of the new moon, which is very magical um, because, it's interesting. We're all really sleepy because that's what Pisces energy does and often stirs more emotions. But the tricky part of it is what's in the mix, which is Neptune, which can make us be sometimes not so clear, and Saturn and Uranus. Okay, and Uranus does, brings in these things to shake you up, wake you up. So it's a great time to make a detailed plan. And what I've been telling people, I am not an astrology expert, by the way, I just have a healthy obsession, is that, make a plan from now. Like, because we're bringing things into completion, and take a look at what all of that is showing you and make a plan from now, and it's a really great time to make your dreams come true. I saw a ritual that I think I'm going to do, and that is writing a shed list and an assumption list, burning the shed list. So I kind of incorporated that in your reading today. And so here we go. This is where, usually the spiritual readings are where I rake you over the coals. But your vibe is very free spiritish. And I have to say, like, the energy today does feel very dreamy. I don't know. It's interesting. It feels soft too, and I feel like Pisces is that soul energy. For sure. Pisces emotions are very up and down, back and forth. Pisces kind of rules the push and pull. But Pisces also shares Jupiter with us. So we very much feel Pisces energy, in my opinion. So let's see what's happening, Sag. So first of all, you're feeling pretty free spiritish today, Go where the wind takes you, whatever. And as for what would help you with your plan, here we go, Sag. Exercise, especially when there's a lot of energy, I always suggest for Sagittarius and Aries specifically, exercise is really good, movement of any kind. But I feel like you might be starting to focus more on health and getting more serious about exercise. I know that I have been, like, I have completely revamped my diet, and it's working, y'all. I decided to, because Sagittarius often has stomach issues because of the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. And so I have very much been changing my diet towards more of a healthy gut diet. I don't really have tons of weight to lose, but, being healthy is worth it. And what happens, like, believe it or not, the food that you take in can really even affect your intuition, your clarity. It's a whole thing, Sag. So denial is here. I feel like one thing that's going to be essential is for you to really realize and don't deny things that are unhealthy in your life. And maybe that's why these activities are coming into play, and reading. You're being called towards learning and reading more. So, yeah, I love reading. But that's a me thing. Okay, so, but today with, like, audiobooks and everything, and I don't know if y'all know, but you can actually get even new books, like full audiobooks on YouTube. I've done it, y'all. Before you go out there and, say, like, oh, I don't have money for books. They're everywhere, y'all. So, what you're shedding is interesting. So fulcrum is here. Pay attention to key points and key people and things. Cooperate, good partner, important cooperation, and rebirth. Learn from the mistakes and begin anew. I feel like the way that you work with others is changing, and I have felt it because believe it or not, and I know everyone's gonna. A lot of people will say they're big loners. They don't, you know, ask for help from other people, or not really feeling like you want to, cooperate with other people. But that is the energy that's coming in. And, I feel like you are maybe leaving that energy of just because we're leaving this whole every man for himself. That's not what we're doing. I feel like what you're doing is that you're taking a look at people. This is definitely true. And really, especially in your life, about who has that energy, like who wants to work together and who doesn't. Um, and it could be the mistakes are about feeling like you have to do everything yourself. There's a big emphasis here on partnership, but I don't think it's like partnership in terms of romance. I feel like it's the people in your life, the people at your job, incorporating and really, new beginnings in terms of working together with people. And I really feel like you're not going to want people in your life who don't have that energy. So if they don't have the energy of cooperation, I don't feel like you're going to want them in your life. And you're taking a look at who has that energy, because that's going to tell you new beginnings, right? Because we are going through new beginnings. And it's really interesting what I'm seeing here, because I'm seeing a lot about you learning from shadow, which we always do. We always do, right? What you're shedding is negativity. Five of Pentacles, feeling hopeless, feeling like you're left out in the cold. And just like being too much in that energy of feeling like it's like the energy of loss, and I do feel like you're thinking about who is ride or die in your life, right? And who makes you feel like you're on the outside looking in. Because the Five of Pentacles also really deals with negative people in your life and negative situations. And you're really starting to be in the Nine of Cups energy, where you're saying, you know what, I'm grateful for those situations that didn't work. That's where you're sitting. And, with the Nine of Cups too, it also asks us to be grateful for where we're at. And the truth is like the hard times show us way more than the good times do. And so I really feel like you're feeling grateful for that. And I do feel like you're feeling grateful for the people who showed you that you are an outsider to them. And I feel like what you're finding out about people is interesting. And I'm going to explain. Because the blessing that you have forgotten, we are flowing so much in the Strength card, which we know that this is an 8-year. So that is all about being rewarded for, things you've waited for. They're actually coming back to you, right? And there's so much energy for Sagittarius about the soft era. And this is not like man, woman, but it does feel like more of an allowing energy, right? And this does really have to do with the people in your life, because the Strength card, the Three of Swords, the Lovers, and the Broom, which is the Death card, you are not going to be around people who don't allow you to be soft, because that's hard, Sag. Like people you have to constantly be in your masculine energy for. I remember Dr. Phil saying about relationships specifically that really affected me is that you have to have a soft place to fall. And I feel like you're really thinking about that. But in a much deeper way, because you're moving in duality. There have been people in your life who maybe hurt you sometimes, right? But were also essential to your healing, to showing you what you need to move on from, and whether they're in your life, and also showing you always have a choice. Like you literally always have a choice. But I really felt like there have been people that maybe aren't in your life all the time, Sagittarius, maybe even people who have hurt you. But when it comes down to crunch time, they're there. And that's what you need to look at, not how someone may or may not have stabbed you in the back, but how have they been there for you? How have they been there for you? And who are these people that you can be soft with? Because if you don't have them, Sag, if you don't have these people you can cry with, they got to go. Okay, they have to go. And this is also showing you what needs to go, what needs to change. And what needs to change is basically that. This is a transformation for you, Sagittarius, because, you're definitely moving out of this energy where I have to do everything myself. Three of Pentacles again. And I know there are those who are going to like push up against that energy, but the Three of Pentacles are about working together. And it's about the people who really see you, Sagittarius. Like, not just see Sagittarius who gets things done, Sagittarius who's uber positive all the time. This is about seeing people who see this and allow for this softness to exist. And wow. Okay. And you clearly have those people in your life. You do. And it may be getting lost in the fact that sometimes they hurt you. But all relationships have pain as well. But who have you been able to share your pain with? Who has been a cushion to you, Sagittarius? Because they're there. They just may not be there all the time. Wow. Wow, Sag. Well, I was getting downloads this morning. And I just can't even remember what they are, but I'm sure it's going to come to me. I heard something like another way of saying light worker was way bringer. I love that. That's what I'm going to call myself from now on. And we do bring light, but like, who can we bring the dark with? I mean, who can we? Because that's important too. Who can we share our pain with, Sag? Because the truth is we don't like to do that, because we don't like for people to see us in any darkness, right? But you got to have those people, and also stop thinking that those people mean that there's no hurt with them, that there's no challenges. Those are the relationships that are so important. Like, what are the relationships you have in your life that are challenging, but they stay? And they're there for the important moments. It's so funny because I have a friend that every time I start to feel less inspired, or every time I'm not acting as myself or being my full, total self, they come back in my life. So take a look at that, is what I'm saying, because you may have forgotten it, right? So future blessings, Sagittarius, oh my gosh. You're conquering these difficult things, right? You're transmuting the energy. And like, it's pretty, just like I said earlier in the week, we are moving in some serious major shifts in energy. And I feel like we are really feeling it. And FYI, it's important to know because we do have a Mercury retrograde coming April 1st. But the High Priestess, Temperance, the Eight of Cups, and the Magician. Like you're totally moving into manifestation energy. And it's like, it's not like when things are difficult, it doesn't necessarily mean we get rid of them, right? Or when we don't like something, it doesn't necessarily mean we get rid of them. But you're being really called to thinking bigger. Thinking bigger, Sag. And I know that's something that I really struggle with sometimes. You know, thinking of myself as a millionaire, but, you know, because the High Priestess, really pay attention to your dreams, Sagittarius, because there's something coming through your dreams about something that's coming, and it's a specific time. So, like, I don't know, keep a notebook by your bed, ask yourself to remember your dreams, because there's something about timing that's really important, and it's something big, Sag. And what's interesting is it involves you not giving to something anymore, because the Eight of Cups, it's like we've given a lot to something and we're not doing that anymore, right? That's about giving all you have, but it's also about walking towards the sun, right? So for sure, it's like the Eight of Cups it could be like there's something you've been holding on to that you don't want to let go of. But there's something about timing here, Sagittarius, that says that they may also be telling you what it is you need to walk away from, and it's something you're attached to. It's something your heart space or you're emotionally attached to is going to make a big difference for you, because it brings in manifestation, Sag. And really has you moving towards your destiny. But what's really interesting about this for me is I feel like, so for sure, pay attention to your dreams and your conversations, because there's something coming through here, Sag. And like, tarot isn't an exact science here. But with the Page of Pentacles, the Star, the Two of Swords, and the Page of Cups, it's like you definitely may be taking the blinders off about something, right? But this is about indecision and maybe even not totally being sure about what your destiny is, right? That's the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords usually involves a decision of which way to go, but there is some conversation, right? Because pages are initiation, and the Page of Cups is definitely a surprise, right? So it's going to end up with you feeling really good, because there's something you're discovering here, Sagittarius, about your destiny, about where you're supposed to go that you didn't know before. And I just feel like timing has a lot to do with this. And I feel like this is what information is coming to you about timing, right? And also, it really may be coming through dreams or download, because the High Priestess, and the High Priestess is also Pisces for me. I know for a lot of people it's Gemini, but it's very much Pisces for me. And so is the Page of Cups. So this could be a conversation with Pisces, but it could also, just be, there's definitely a new opportunity coming, right? Something you're learning about where you're going, but you kind of feel iffy. You don't know if it's right. And here's the thing. Stop listening to your head. The Two of Swords. Stop listening to your head and start listening to your heart, to your soul. Oh my gosh. Did I even see the Two of Pentacles? I don't think so. Nine of Wands, Two of Wands, Four of Pentacles. I feel like this will really get you to thinking definitely about whether you want to take it on, whether you want to give to it, right? Whether this is really good for you, right? Because I do kind of feel like this has something to do with collaboration here. Sagittarius, my goodness. But it's like I can't seem to stress enough how important timing is. And how it's coming through is not factual. Like, it's not like it's coming through the universe. It's coming through in a mystic way. What was interesting was underneath the deck, which I completely skipped over. But Knight of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Seven of Wands. You know, it's kind of like, will you see it? Will you see this opportunity? Because with the Knight of Pentacles, this is what you've been waiting for. This is what you've been working towards. But it's been, maybe you don't like the way it comes through, right? Because you're being picky, right? Maybe you don't like the way it comes through. Maybe it doesn't hold all the things that you want, right? So it does feel as if you're guarded to it, but that's something for you to consider. We don't always, when we manifest, we get it the way we need it. We don't always get it the way we want it. Amen, amen. Oh, gosh. Sagittarius. I think I'm going to talk about manifesting this week, too, you know. I think I have a little bit, but wow. So that's a lot, and I feel like there may be something here about how you're seeing the connections even in your life. So let's get some inspiration to look forward to. Please show me some inspiration for Sagittarius to look forward to. And you should know that there is a playlist for the daily messages for actually all of the readings. In case you miss them, you can find them there. You never know. They're timeless. They come to you when you're meant to see them. So, what does Sagittarius have to look forward to? Trust your path. Your path is being supported, right? But don't let that be the reason it asks you. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? This is about your plan too. Your guidance is divinely guided, Akasha. And you know, the Akashic records is the information of all things. So you really need to listen through dreams and through meditation and through intuition about where you're being guided to go, even if it seems impossible or goofy or whatever. You know, pay attention and don't doubt it, you know, because I feel like doubt is one of the biggest killers of intuition. Oh, geez, Louise. Sagittarius. Call back your power, cut the cords. Yeah, there are soul contracts ending. You know, and it's really whatever is taking your power, whatever is taking your energy, wherever you can't be totally yourself, just like I said earlier, that's got to go. Yeah, because you're calling in your soul family. Calling in your soul family, and it's saying you don't have to do it alone. There's a big energy of collaboration, and collaboration that nurtures you, Sag. And the way that we attract our soul family is by nurturing ourselves, believe it or not. So pay attention to how are you mothering yourself. Sagittarius. Oh gosh, this is so beautiful, Sag. So let's get one dream card, Sag. Since there seems to be some sort of focus on dreams. Can I have a dream card for Sagittarius? I'm sorry this video was so long, but you know I talk slow, y'all. Can I have one dream synchronicity for Sagittarius? Sagittarius. Oh, here we go. Oh. Breadcrumbs of bliss. Heed your pleasure principle. Okay. So, to be honest, you could be dreaming about pleasure. Right? Wow. What that has with timing to do with timing, I don't know. So let's see what the universe is telling you about timing. What are you trying to tell Sagittarius about timing in their dreams? What time is important for Sagittarius? Next week I am going to do that 3-month overview too. Yeah, Sag, I'm here for you. So tell me the important timing for Sagittarius. Oh, amazing chemistry, terrible timing. There could be something turning around that, because the fives are changed, right? And we were seeing the Five of Pentacles. That wasn't working at the time. But there's something changing about that. Okay, what does Sag need to know about timing? Jesus. The time is now. Okay. Could be for the new moon, because that's also a new moon there. Timing for Sagittarius. It's, wow. So it's starting now, right? Something that has been through a lot of cycles, right? It's good, it's bad, it's good, it's bad. And it is completing 9 months from now. For some of you, that might be pregnancy. I'm just saying. But this is definitely something that that is having a rebirth, that you are bringing to life. Jeez Louise. Yep. It's a new cycle. This is 12. It's in the future. And something about August is going to be important. I don't know. I don't think that's 9 months from now. But well, Sag. So we are heading into some important times. So definitely do the work, right? Do the work, especially since the Lovers was showing up. This definitely is duality work. What am I shedding? What am I embracing and calling in? Okay, Sag, toodles.